chaotic cross, I suppose. I'm going to clarify as we go, which is why I have so very few cards here. So I'm just going to go round once and then clarify it with you. Firstly, where you are is the Ten of Swords. So you're dealing with an ending here, Capricorn. This doesn't necessarily mean betrayal in this deck. This is very much about just being very done with something. It does suggest exhaustion, and it is a little bit like the dark night of the soul here. You know, his face is turned away from the sunrise. It's very faintly coming up in the background here. And Aphrodite is stepping in to hold off the three Furies who are, you know, constantly at this chap, Orestes, on the floor here. He's just done. He is now the proverbial dead horse, and there's no point in beating him. He has been through the entire, you know, gamut that the swords journey is, and he is done. I will clarify as to what that means for you, but you probably already know. And in the second position is what is coming at you, an event or even a person, and it is the Eight of Swords. This generally means guilt. This is when you know you've done something, or it can mean you're very much between a rock and a hard place as to, you know, a decision that you need to make that really doesn't have any sort of positive outcome. It feels like a lose-lose situation. You're trying to satisfy maybe two individuals in your life or two aspects of yourself, and they're very much at odds with one another. It's a very difficult situation that's coming your way. So you've got like is it Aphrodite? It's not Aphrodite. This is Apollo. You've got Apollo here bearing down on you. It's a very David and Goliath feel about this. Very stern, very pissed off, really putting on you what the gods want you to do. And then you've got the three Furies coming at you from opposite directions. So it is really being stuck between a rock and a hard place on a decision. And that is what's coming your way. And we will clarify it. So next up is first base, which is step one. This is the first phase of your new situation. And we have got the Two of Wands, which is way more promising. The Two of Wands depicts Jason here coming out from Chiron's cave, Chiron being the wounded healer. Jason has been informed here. He's collected a lot of information. It can sometimes be someone leaving school, university, college, or just, you know, a major lesson in their life. But it's a formulation of a new aim. It's full of potential, and it's sufficiently interesting to sort of lure you out of your present confines. But it does mean that, you know, a certain amount of courage and faith is needed to take the next step. What he's going on to do is claim his inheritance, because he has been informed that he is now the legal heir to the throne. I think his wicked uncle has been put in prison, his father deposed. So he now knows his path in life, but it does require an enormous amount of courage to take the next step. So there's information and learning, a slight bit of trepidation here, but not sufficient to keep you in the cave. You know, it's not in the hermit mode. This is coming out. This is you know, being prepared to take those next steps, albeit quite nervously. And the second base is where you're heading to from here. And I think you're going back to get a past love. I've got the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups, so it's a lovely combination. The Six of Cups is Psyche here. This is when she's been left on her own, been abandoned by Eros, and this is her waiting serenely for his return. She has a lot of options here that she could consider. She's not considering any. She's just waiting on her love returning. She's very serene and very calm. And we have the Ace of Cups, and this is brand new love. It can be a new baby, a new relationship, a proposal, a marriage, a birth. There's something that with the Six of Cups here being nostalgia, it's usually your soulmate. It's someone you've known from the past. I think that with this new information that you have, there's something that you want to go back and almost collect, and I will clarify which might change it. And the third base is the final phase of your new situation. It's the Page of Pentacles. So this is my student card. That's quite similar to the Two of Wands, really. This is someone who is very studious. Usually it can be a child who's, you know, learning, is at university or college. And this is them stepping out again with, you know, newfound information. It can be like their first job, can be developing a hobby into, you know, something that creates money. It can be a small investment in the future. The pages do also represent messages and communication. So there's something on the money front here. So we've got the information, we've got the knowledge, we've got the sufficient drive to take us out the cave. We've gone back and collected someone from the past here, and now we're building something pretty much from scratch. It feels like really going back to, you know, basics here, starting off with one pentacle, starting off with learning lots of new stuff. And then we have the outcome, the home plate, the result, and it is the 3 of Wands. So this is, the threes are always a sort of initial completion. Obviously we've moved from the 2 to the 3 here, and this 3 of Wands is about recognition. There's a certain amount of satisfaction with regards to your initial endeavors, your enterprise. It seems to be coming off well, and this is the king actually recognizing Jason as the oracle. So he has, as I say, he's got the information. He knows that he is the rightful king, the rightful heir to the throne, and this is him going to collect his crown. So the outcome's really quite lovely. So I'm going to clarify this with my fairies. The fairy oracle deck can change the story entirely, but it's unlikely. But let's just have a look. So Capricorn, please infuse the cards of the energy of Capricorn for February 2020. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Okay, what is the Ten of Swords where Capricorn is now? What does this Ten of Swords represent? I've got the Spirit Dancer. Oh, crikey, a lot. The Spirit Dancer is about freedom of expression. This is about breaking out of the darkness. This is about, you know, stating your case, saying what you need to say. It's almost about again, it's kind of focusing on a project. It's focusing on the process of something, but it's freedom. It's freedom from whatever has brought you down to your knees, because this Ten of Swords really is rock bottom. As I say, the sun is rising in the background here, but he can't see because he's so exhausted he can't even open his eyes. And we now have some freedom, and this is moving out of the darkness. So there's been a massive ending. There's been a real, you know, something that's caused you a great deal of pain and exhaustion and stress, and it is now ending, and that's where you're finding yourself. There's freedom here in this. Coming at you is the Eight of Swords. What is the Eight of Swords, please? Oh my gosh, Nellis. Nellis is all about she's like the magician in your Rider-Waite. She's going to make everything that was stuck unstuck. She's going to create transformation. She turns lead into gold. Yeah, so this could be an actual person that's coming towards you, if it's not an event, that's going to help you get out of your head here, that's going to help you with this. And it is really quite a horrendous decision. As I say, it is a rock and a hard place. You can't please anyone here, in all honesty, Capricorn. And when you find yourself in that situation, to a certain extent, you really can only hope to please yourself, because it's almost like nobody is going to be happy with the decision that you make here. Yeah, Guardian of the Gate. So this is moving on to a new level. There are guardians who do guard the gate, and you have to have learned sufficiently. You have to be ready. You have to be open. You have to be vulnerable. All the good stuff to move on to this new level. But this is significant change. This is irrevocable change once you get through this opening. It's a passage to a new life. So if you do find yourself here, you know, have hope. Nellis might indicate a person, it may be a new way of thinking, but there is some event coming towards you that is going to, you know, create or unstick that which is stuck and move you on to the next level. Awesome. And in the first base, we have the Two of Wands. Sylvanius. Two of Wands, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. Okay. This is about coming, so Venus is the truth. This is about revealing the mask. It doesn't necessarily mean you're wearing a mask. It's almost a self-protective mask, so Venus, well, you go within and try and work out what you want, what you need from life, your new direction. So this is really seeing ourselves for who we truly are, hopefully seeing those around us for who they truly are. So it's getting real clarity. It's removing any deception from our lives. And with Tahom the poet here, I think this is where we're coming on to this Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. This is my lovesick Romeo. Doesn't take any action. He's one of my stone fairies. He is quite youthful of spirits. He's very erotic. He's a watcher, not a doer. You know, he sits and he daydreams and he writes poetry. And there may be someone that you've been watching, Capricorn, that you've left behind the past or you're broken up with. It may just be an old friend that you want to reconnect with. You haven't taken any action here, but now I think you have sufficient drive to do that. It will involve certainly being brutally honest with yourself and with this other individual. And now we come on to the third base. No, second base. Second base, where you're headed to after this. You're going back to the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. What's the Six of Cups and Ace of Cups for Capricorn, please? Oopsie. So you're not going back to collect someone. You're probably going back to finish something up here. So there might be some unfinished business, something that may require closure. This is something that's come to a natural end, maybe in the past. What's the Ace of Cups? The Oak Man. This is about being very solid. My Oak Man takes an awful long time to think about things. He is, I mean, he's supposed to be Taurine, but I think more Virgo. There's enormous amount of strength and wisdom and depth to this individual. They look very closely into the heart of the matter before they make a decision. Nothing's ever done rash, but it's also someone who's learning from the past. And it is with regards to a love matter. I don't know if you're going back to finish it or going back to... Yeah, there's trouble at mill here. If you're thinking you're going back just to either wrap things up with someone or collect someone from your past, there's interference here with Bodacious Bodak. This is my meddlesome old man who's a bit of a saboteur. This could be a relationship that you've sabotaged in the past for whatever reason, or they have. But it's someone who likes to think they're doing well, but they're not. It's someone who's he's very watchful, he's very mistrusting. What does Capricorn want with the Ace of Cups? What does Capricorn want with the Ace of Cups? What does Capricorn want? Oh gosh, game. Okay, oh crikey, I don't know if you know what you want entirely here. This is my master maker. This is my power couple that have been together forever. They're all about, you know, longevity, doing things properly, high morals, been together forever. They just work so well together. You know, he's like the fire and the inspiration, and she's like earth. She's the one that does the books, and he's the one that goes out and get the sales. Do you know what I mean? They're just a really good couple together. It's possible that you have ended this relationship in the past, Capricorn, through, you might have sabotaged it yourself. You might have had outside interference. You might have been dealing with usually a man. The Bodacious Bodak is usually the old man. It could be your own father who's interfered in this relationship and brought it to an end. And yet you're still nostalgic about it. I think you're possibly still keen to go back and build on this. I think you're probably a bit sad about it. Laskuna is about diving really deep. This is about self-evaluation, a bit like the Oakman. I'm seeing the two of them together here. This is someone who's not afraid to, you know, go within, check all aspects of themselves, make, you know, try and understand themselves, understand why they do what they do, how they create what they create, why they choose people the way they do. So this maybe been this is maybe why you've gone into the Ten of Swords in the past. Maybe something has ended here. Yeah, I'm feeling really sad about this. This is gloom doom. It can be an element of self-pity. I think maybe something has ended in the past here that meant a great deal to you, and there's an element of revisiting it here. I'm not utterly convinced you're going back to, you know, try and start things again, but you may be with the Ace of Cups here. But I think you've probably had quite some time apart from this person. There's, as I say, a lot of self-evaluation, a lot of looking at why this relationship has ended, and possibly dealing with your own sadness whilst you've not been with this person. And third base, this is the final phase of your new situation, the Page of Pentacles for Capricorn. So we're looking for a resolution here with the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter sees the good and the bad and the bad and the good. Is that, you know, it's a little bit messy. It's someone who can be almost too malleable, that, you know, try and mold themselves into the people around them, what they want from them. So it's, to me, it's always someone, and the Page of Pentacles is quite young energy, who's not quite sure of their own identity, and they're prepared to almost, I wouldn't say they'll compromise their identity. They're just so very, almost like people pleasing. They're very keen to, you know, keep everything, avoid any conflict. So they're going to try and avoid conflict by possibly even pretending to change their opinions if they're confronted with conflict, or avoiding it together. But this is looking like somebody would very much like some sort of resolution to a situation. The Lom is about unconditional giving, unconditional receiving. This is my very, very old couple. Unlike my power couple who are in the Master Maker here, this is always my woman who's literally been through the mill, and she's a little bit tired. She just sits on this wee stone man's head. He doesn't do very much, you know. He lies on the sofa and chews the sky remote, and he's got his hand down his pant and never picks up his stuff. And it's quite exhausting for her. You know, she does love him, but at the same time, it's just a little bit tiring. Oh, shit in a brick. My glaucoma. Yeah, this is what worries me about the Pook. As much as I see the Pook as a resolution, the glaucoma is someone who will, you know, project everything you want from a relationship back onto you. They'll glean all the information that they think makes your ideal partner, and that is how they'll present themselves. I just sort of feel that this person, if it is you, Capricorn, or the person you're dealing with, does not have a solid identity. With the other cards here, I wouldn't say they're a full-blown narcissist. I'm saying they're someone who's not really comfortable being themselves. So they do their very best to be who they think you want them to be. And that ultimately will never work, you know, because you're going to feel like you're dealing with someone who is, you know, disingenuous or inconsistent, or you know, a barefaced liar. It's going to create confusion because this person is trying to change almost hour by hour, you know, day by day, to be who they think you want them to be. So there's definitely love here. Oh, crikey. Where's my glaucoma here for Capricorn? They want a new start. They want a new start. Yeah, I really don't know if they know how to do it. Yeah, they don't know how to get a new start. They're looking for hope after the storm. They're looking to the future here. They're still very hopeful. You are, or they are, hopeful of a new beginning. But there's definitely some issues here on first base. Okay, and the Three of Wands is the home plate, the result. What is the Three of Wands for Capricorn, for February? The Bright Mother. This is one of my, well, this is the Divine Feminine. She's about marriage, she's about birth, she's fertility, she's abundance, she's patience, she's just so fucking cool, it's not real. You know, the Bright Mother is She's very productive and very capable. She is very loving and giving, but at the same time, she will give the cold shoulder to anything that really doesn't resonate in her life, that doesn't fit with her life. She's focused on the globe, the whole world, and her babies. So the outcome does look pretty awesome with the Three of Wands. Oh my gosh, the Fawn. This is your natural partner. This is natural magic. This is merriment. It's joy. It's connecting in all levels, right up to probably the 7D here, and the Singer of Intuition. This is a really spiritual connection that you've got coming up, Capricorn. So this new beginning in thirst, well, even ecstasis at the base of the cup. So this is rapture, joy, and lots of lovely orgasms. This is a major connection that you've got coming up with the Three of Wands. It is the initial completion of it. You know, it's not like huge, but the rest of it, this bright mother is someone who really lights you up and you feel really connected to intuitively. Yeah. I'm assuming that's that person up there, but it does not have to be because there is a new beginning here. Okay, so I'm going to just take an advice card for Capricorn for February 2020. What advice, please, Spirit, do you have for Capricorn February 2020 for this spread? What advice do you have for Capricorn? Wait for important information, Capricorn. Capricorn. Let go of the need to be right, and dream and journey. All very lovely. Let's just pick. Let go of the need to be right. Obviously, that really does speak for itself. You may be at odds with someone. You may have had a separation or an argument in the past. And this sort of suggests there might be some ego involved. People are more concerned about being right rather than being happy. There's information coming your way, but ultimately dream and journey is taking you to your final outcome here. I don't know when. If I can get a when. What sort of Three of Wands? We're looking into the spring. Wands are, I think, maybe the third week of... Can I get a timeline indicator for the outcome? Timeline indicator for the outcome for Capricorn. Timeline indicator. Tip card. 1 to 4. Fastest falling in love with. I can't help falling in love with you. This is looking round about like the probably the third week in April. Yeah, third week in April. So let's just have a look at dream and journey. The drum. I can't help falling in love with you. How lovely. The drum, 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 drum. I will put the song below if you want to have a wee listen. I sort of drifted off into a little reverie there. I'm trying to work out what my daughter's playing on the piano. Please have a look at my community page. I'm going to start posting Lenormand daily readings. And I also put up the songs I get through in my dreams. I don't choose anything that's picked up in the reading. I try not to listen to music as a rule so that I can ignore everything I've heard in at least the last 2 weeks. So they're usually, they're pretty cool. They tell me things, they might tell you different things. So here is the dream and journey. You're very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surround you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. What you have seen in your dreams and inner vision is not imagination but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become reality. Dreams come true, know it and live it. So journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path, and then follow the guidance. Yeah, I mean, this is very like, you know, telepathically connected. The fawn is all lit up. The intuition is all lit up. The bright mother is more than capable of connecting on that level. So a really super outcome, Capricorn. I think you've got a bit to work through here. This might, as I say, take you over the next sort of 2 months. But, you know, just know that there is hope, and continue to dream, journey, and focus on the good stuff. Please like, please subscribe if you would like a personal, and they can be entirely different. Please bear that in mind and don't make any major choices based on a general tarot reading. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.